Alright, so what we're going to do is this. You just listen. Try to listen. Let's see. Luke 22:10 King James Version. It's not saying it. So Luke 22:10 King James Version. Wonder if there's a little thing I can go down here and a little button to hit it. Anyways, Luke 22:10 says, "And he said unto them, Behold, when ye are entered into the city, there shall a man meet you, bearing a pitcher of water. Follow him into the house where he entereth in." All right, now look. There's 7 ways of reading scripture, and they don't teach you that. Okay? So, this is backwards. So, let me get my. Alright. So, here's Aquarius. Here's Pisces. We're coming out of Pisces and going into Aquarius. This is the water bear. Aquarius is the water bear. And the reason why you see so much Saturn reference is because the first part of Aquarius is ruled by Saturn. Okay, so the fishes were. Jesus even said, you've got to be prepared to go into Aquarius. Okay, because all hell is about to break loose. And look, real quick, the last verse of the book of Matthew, King James Version. All right. There's Matthew 28. So, Matthew 28:20 says, teaching them to observe all things whatsoever I have commanded you. And lo, I am with you always, even unto the end of the world. Not till the end. World is era and age. Okay? So, Jesus even says, I'm going to be with you until the end of Pisces. You're going to go meet a guy. He's holding a pail of water. You're going to enter his house. And see, each one of these is this is a world. So era, age. See, the average person, if you ask them, see, this is where I can test the Ahriman in you. Okay, what is your impression of this, me holding it up and talking about it? Seriously. To the average person, if they're listening now, if they hadn't cut it off, they'll say it's stupid, or or I've seen that, it's just a dumb thing. That's impressions from birth. Where has this always been in the newspapers? It's been in the cartoon section, in the very last pages, in the very last page, little bitty block. That's it. And then you get little Chinese cookies and other shit combined with all of it to make fun of it, to degrade it, to generationally make you go against what you need to know. This is the 12-volt battery is an invention of this. This is what runs you. Okay? This is what runs you. So, if we can understand generationally that we have been under black magic generationally. See, the English, as you know that word, is a fucking demon spirit that's over the whole nation of America. Yeah. That's what I'm saying, and it's through AI, and it has to do with Ahriman, the incarnation of Ahriman. See, on this right here, the average person will be against it. When they go to the other side, they're going to find out how wrong they are. These 12, Jesus said, in my house, there's many mansions. There's 12. The 24 elders are the 24 hours in the day. Exactly. And the 12 cranial nerves are connected to the 12. The 12 lunar ganglia protruding from the solar plexus is connected to this. And the sun and the moon is the hour and the minute hand on the clock. Mercury's seconds. Sun and the moon is connected to the pineal and pituitary and running through you just... I can see it. running through everything. It's one huge. AI is just an imitation of what you see and what's made you turn your back on this. So you need to understand the 12 grades you go through. You're a pupil. So you represent the sun going through the 12 constellations, but you don't learn anything. Jesus had 12 disciples. And the same way Jesus discipled from town to town is the same way that the sun disciples through the 12 constellations, through this. Everything up there from this comes down here. Okay? And this is what I'm trying to tell you. Some of y'all that's paying attention about them harvesting souls. See, on this channel, we're not, what we see is just, it's nothing. So, if we know how to read scripture and we know how to get prepared and we know how to put together a puzzle. And what that puzzle is, see, when you don't know how important that the Maseroth is, that word's in scripture, and it's a Phoenician word, of course, they kept it in there to rub it in our face. But when you understand that it charges everything, and then we have talked about the moon sphere to where they're literally storing souls that are going to miss the true stages. It's even in scripture, you just don't know how to read it. And what we mean by that is what Jesus is talking about, you've got to be prepared going into the house of Aquarius. So this water bearer, what's happening right now is there's cosmic energy flying through us, your cells, your trillions of cells, okay, and they're being actually charged right now if you know what is going on, but most individuals don't, because see, when you know that up there, it's like spring, everything's springing to life right now, and we've just entered Aquarius, so Aquarius is pouring out the same way there's every spring. Aquarius is literally pouring out so much energy from the heavens that we have been denied through AI. You wear rubber on your fucking feet to block the magnetic field. Your posture is developed at a young age, sitting in a desk, and your organs are all deformed. And each one of those orbs up there was a major part in creating your organs. Yeah, every one of those orbs are connected to you. The word absorb, ab is God, S is your spine, and orb is that, absorb. That you've absorbed AI your entire life, and you have been generationally lied to. And when we know how to receive this gift that Jesus is giving us, before it all goes to shit, they're giving it to you. Listen, I said years ago, I said they're going to burn it all down. And that's exactly what they're doing. And the people that I warned standing next to me, they're so paralyzed because this is all they do. See, these impulses, they don't understand that their optic nerve is literally designed around AI. Everybody's TVs, telekinesis. It's this English Ahrimanic spirit. They can be nice and be very intellectual. Because see, intellect represents Satan. Yeah. So it doesn't matter if any person, and then they'll show you a huge church. You know. But this right here is the God. This is. They've uploaded way more out of this bullshit than they ever did out there, and that's by design. And so when you upload all that and you put rubber on these dummies' feet, then you literally create these little demons that they don't know that they are. And they harvest and harness their souls. So when they fucking die, they're throwing them in this sphere, this moon sphere, like a storage fucking unit. Okay, let me share something very real with you, okay? When it comes to dark arts, sorcery, and necromancy and shit like that, and stuff you've never even fucking heard of, okay, they can store spirits And what I mean by that is you can Google the 27 Club. Everybody knows about it. There's all these musicians that fucking weirdly die at 27. Well, that has to do with the cube of 3. 3 times 3 is 9 times 3 is 27. And it's a big number. 27 is a big boy number when it comes to humans' size. And what it is the music, this fake music that they created, has to do with those orbs and all that up there. It all comes from up there. And all that's connected to your blood and everything. So when they disconnect that and create the music and all that, it alters your blood. And it creates actually more rhythm and pumps more blood through the heart eventually, along with the news and everything, and creates more of a shorter life that you'll never know because you don't know anything. So, kind of lost myself for a minute. So, what we're doing now I just got to speak like a demon. So, we've been conditioning your species of humans for a fucking long time. And we don't need you anymore. But we obey that zodiac. We go by it. We have to, because it's the increments on the locks that you had in school, the increments and all that, turn this way and that way, and it unlocks your locker where there's something in it. Well, that's how it works with us. That shit up there, we got to wait on the increments. The 12-inch ruler comes from that. That's how ignorant y'all are. I swear. Stretch the 12-inch ruler out, and there's the 12 constellations. Everything that you do comes from that up there. Math, all of it, every bit of it. But math that you have is not fucking real. It won't. That's what I'm saying. We give you this bullshit. That way when, it's like we're transitioning billions of dumb human goy through our AI. We've got the same fucking news in every continent, every land, town, everything. We already control you. You just don't fucking know it. He's giving it to you. We know about that and what's coming and being poured in, and we're blocking it. And we're harvesting your soul and throwing it in our own shit. So you don't never have a fucking chance. And all those forces that he's told you about, that you upload through AI is by design. Because then it's more force that we gain. See, when you upload more, we create this bullshit out of your own elements. And so your emotions comes from what we fucking create. Your fear and everything. So we use your fucking elements out there that you should know about to create shit like this, and then you laugh at shit like this that our black magic magicians create scripts and they channel it through here to your optic nerve, and then we control you from day fucking one. God damn, y'all are dumb. It's not that fucking hard. And we've conditioned a couple generations with the video games and, kills and all this shit. It's like in war. And now we're opening up the door. We've built all our coliseums, and now we're slowly conditioning them into the blood games, to where people like him we can throw in there and they'll root it on, and we'll get rid of the spirits that are waking up, because that's all it is. What's going on with him though is fucking from Saturn. It really is, in combination of all of them, but like Saturn full throttle. It's too big for people to understand. He struggles with that shit all the fucking time, buddy. And he ain't cracking. But that's something you don't understand, is how we can condition for centuries to literally throw off bloodlines so bad to where when they go, there's no fucking chance. We created all the cultures. Every fucking thing that you see that you claim is real, we created it. It's a lie. The whole fucking thing. The last 500 years ain't nothing but lies. That's it. And we set up fucking cultures, let them grow in however long we want them to sit there, and it's a couple centuries if we want, longer or whatever. And then eventually we just go in and figure out what the fuck they've come up with. It blows our mind that we set up these cultures, and we restrict what they get, but we can't stop what literally comes through them from up there, but we can now through our medical industry. Now we control the blood and everything. So we've always controlled you for a long time. And now it's over. Now we've created the same fucking mind, subconscious soul going to the other side with all the same fears, all the same emotions, and all the same bullshit that we put through the movies, Black Magic. He's told you. And you go to the other side, and then all that shit that we've uploaded into you comes out, and it's more power, force for us. That's why our movie says, may the force be with you. Hell yeah. So, our moon sphere is fucking getting full. But that's how we want it. And he saw it a long time ago. That's what all that foam and shit was. And then I seen them all in the fucking, you're on a big magnet. They don't know that, but I seen them all. I was in the middle of it, and I could see them all just fucking like you would see in a movie or a scary movie of theirs. I'm trying to give you an impression, similarity, like a wolf movie or something, to where you see the eyes in the darkness, and I was sitting in the middle, and fucking you have no idea how many eyes was sitting around me in the shadows, though. In the shadows. All right, that's these fucking Saturn deities, and I represent the opposite of what that is. From Saturn, the same force. You have no idea, and truthfully, for him, some of these things it was already predestined. He just didn't know it. It's just like in your life, you're fighting your own soul, especially your spirit, but you're holding on. But this thing is a forever thing. You're literally listening to this right now because it's something in you saying, get the fuck out of what you're in. Because there's hardly any brain that can understand what's going on, because it's an intellectual memorization mind. That's all it is. It's all fucking these demons created structures and guide you there, and you done memorize your way through 12 grades, and the 12 grades comes from the Saturnian Brotherhood, which has to do with 33 grades, and the 0 through 11, which would be K through 12, that's the outer court grades, which is dues paying members. It's so stupid. So the school system represents dues paying members in a system that only a few are going to be able to really have success, and then the rest is going to just depend on a system like these demons give. Like here, when you need government assistance, it's like you would teach. That's what I'm saying. You would teach real humans like this is what you do. We're going to teach you young in life to have good habits. No, by the time they fucking graduate, they've been dumb and lazy. So demons win the whole time. But this is, it's not just, see, in going into this new era, the people don't understand that these security systems are the prisons that they're filling up. Their own prison is what they're making. See, they're all tracking each other, their children. They think they are, like it's for safety and all this. Well, of course, like we said, when TV first come out, it was scary movies and shit and weird fucking shows and just black magic. Yeah, first thing to come out TV, first thing ever invented instead of let's do better, horror movies. Oh, I get scared. Think about the weird Christianity and the mixing of the horror movies and shit. When it was black and white and all that. Think about how fucking weird that shit was back then. And Billy Graham running around going fucking crazy. Because like right now, everybody would go at him. So I'm saying it's just a sign of the times. He was there to control a very small populace. That's why the hospitals are everywhere. That's why, these musicians, they're pushed and then they push sexuality, and then it passes down to the masses, and then there's nothing taught in schools about puberty and the sex glands or nothing, and then there's very no structure, no discipline, and so more children have children. So they got to have more hospitals and then all this other shit combined, fast foods, chemicals. So, I mean, it's not real. It's a fucking Ponzi scheme. The whole thing inside and out. And we can't even keep telling you, but what we can tell you is it's just like trying to get you ready to where we're going, because you've got to be prepared for the other side. But what they're doing is since 2020, when 19 came around, that impulse meant black magic. So they'd already controlled the world. Let me speak demon wise. In 2020, we introduced an impulse through all of our technology. We already had your careers. We never gave you anything natural. The medical industry is black magic, and we have fucking guided you into that. And then we sent an impulse into the entire world. We control all nations, created every fucking bit of it. And so we sent an impulse and shut the fucking world down. So every child in school, every kid, because that's a baby goat, your animals. So every kid in our schools has an impulse in them that this is real. So we just step back. And so everybody, like Matt's talking about, the ones that know it's full of bullshit, we just sit back. 2020, now we're just relaxed. So now we give each graduating class a job, a career. That's why you see there's more hospitals being built, because there's more fast foods, coffee. We push that early in the morning instead of water. You're idiots. And that's how we slowly, do what we do. Because by 2030, see, when we shut it down again, we'll have all your children set up with careers. Remember, they was in school. Oh no, it's real. I was in school. It's like, yeah, I know, and you were designed inside. And then we've got TVs inside. You don't never learn nothing. We don't even give you any pools, nothing. I've already went over this. You have nothing in those structures at all except for this shit. This is it. This is it. And then they go home to that shit, and then that's it. That's it. They don't do nothing else. And by the time they're fucking 18, they've uploaded at least 1 billion images that they don't even know about, possibly more, that they're subconscious. And that's how we get you. Any impulse, your blood's connected to our black magic. So when we introduce something into our technology, which you're connected to, you're not connected to anything no more at all. That's why you can't listen. You've been designed to not be able to fucking think. You've been designed to not be able to put your shit down, your gadgets. That's how you've been designed. And that's a black magic impulse. That'd be no different than an impulse of wanting to look at the horizon, and we've taken that from you, or the sunrise. You don't even do that. Every school should have that every morning, sunrise. And y'all truthfully are against it. What the fuck are you talking about? And that's who that this world is. They're little bitty AI demons. And they don't even know it. Everything about them comes from AI. And a toy, Yoda backwards. See, look, in their movies, they'll tell you there's some fucking weird oracles, orbs, shit. It's like I was saying. What's going on with me is connected to the ones sort of like that. To the ones that are literally fucking talking to the other side, like me, like I'm talking to you right now. And seeing the goy in these product of humans they've created is too big for them to even. They have no idea. Every introduction to any movie they've ever watched is anywhere from a 3 to 5 second to 30-second intro of nothing but fucking just signs, pentagrams, and everything. Black magic just conditioning the brain, and that's what these goy and these humans take up for. So I already know how they create thought and fear, and all this shit and how they harvest these souls. We know all about that. It's hard explaining that to a brain that's an intellectual brain that's memorized everything and it's always been on AI and screens. It just can't accept that I could be a fucking demon. Or you want to say it like, damn, do I have demon tendencies? And it's like, you've got to test yourself. I'm giving you all the information, everything that we've ever uploaded, whether we eat it, see it, smell it, whatever it is. It's toxic. But yet, we've been conditioned with wrappers and everything that are bright, that are made from the elements of nature. That's why flowers are not even fucking pretty to most people. They'd rather see fucking candy bars of brightness. That's what I'm saying. One's Arimonic, one's Jesus. It's not hard. So, but I wanted to share that with you because you need to understand right now. We're in Aquarius. Okay? There is souls in this physical realm right now to do the job, what they're doing, and it's to build this materialistic world into what it is and to usher in a one world consciousness. So that it has nothing to do with here. That consciousness through AI, which is merging, all these souls are being harvested and harnessed for the power. You got to understand it. And y'all just think you just die. Just die. Well, why do you think veterinary clinics are so big? Well, that's to pump more shit into the spirit of the animals too. They don't even get to live good lives. There should be bread factories in every town, but there's not. So that way, if a storm knocks one out, oh, sorry, we're all fucking out. So, even the additives they put in shit like that, when you feed it to the animals, they even get fucking sick. See what I mean? This thing, look, I'm a demon now. We have thought about everything to fuck you up, and this whole thing. That's what I'm saying. Anything that's got life, we've got you killing it. Just kill it. Just kill it. Just kill it. You don't want to learn about it? No. No, I don't. Because for one, I'm too dumb to try to learn about it. And that's what we do is we in your schools, we get you at materialism at a young age. That's why we come in and fucking have candy sales. And the next generation just passes that shit down to the next generation. And you do it willingly. So, but I mean, it's just, I know it's a lot to swallow, but it's starting to come to me a lot easier to where I can talk about it. Because, I mean, there's some of these initiates, and I don't know what you want to call them, and some of their little secret clubs, they've denied and cut the world off and done major rituals. And they still can't get to the level that's what's going on with me. And like I said, it's not like something that I planned on doing. It's just something like you have something in you waiting on you to ignite it. It did it in me. And it cleared the way with everybody. And it, we're working on all the, listen, my anatomy's blood's clean. It's connected to that up there. So that's not the human side of me doing that. It's hard to explain, but I mean, what I can say is like if you get into some of these ancient mysteries, if you read and research, eventually these individuals go in caves and shit and, there's all kinds of crazy fucking rituals. To us, it's crazy. But, that's why I like when you torture someone and you, the soul, the spirit in that individual more comes out. You can squeeze the spirit out of that individual from the other side, is what I'm saying. You understand? When you lower the consciousness of an individual, that's why certain things come out and it's not human. That's why they'll say certain things. That's why they'll throw individuals in jail, for a year or two or in solitary, and then eventually they start saying weird shit, or get them. That's what they'll do to get them to tell on themselves, even though they're not. It's fucking black magic. The whole thing is. But, if you're into nature, that's white magic. Especially you've got to know who you are, and people don't know who they are. And I've gave it to you. It's because they've been blocked and they don't want to know. They don't give a shit because their whole life is AI, billboards, images, and all that shit. I love you.